Hi friends, and welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today I'm participating in a challenge called the Woodlands Holiday. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. But first of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda. And if you're returning, you guys know how much I love you. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I'm going to use these wood slices. I bought these off of Amazon. I will have them in my Amazon store if you're interested in them. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paints in the color Ivory and ink. I'm going to use this stencil that I got from Temu this summer. They sent me the wrong ones, so I thought, hey, this would be perfect for this DIY. And then that pizza pan from Dollar Tree. So I'm going to start off by giving that pizza pan a little bit of a sanding on the front and the back and the sides and the edges. That way it just kind of helps the paint adhere a little bit better. After that, I wiped it all up and then I painted it front and back with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which is basically black. Once it was all dry, I taped my stencil down, and then I did have to hold down some of the parts where it was just kind of still lifted because of that rim on the pizza pan. But I'm just going around with my stencil brush here and my ivory color paint, and I'm just dabbing it all along my stencil. And I did use some painter's tape to tape off the wording because I didn't want to use that wording. And I know I am such a messy painter that I knew I would get some on there. So I just taped it off with some of the painter's tape. Once that was done, I just removed it, and look how pretty that looks. After I finally got that stencil off, it was fighting me. I dried it, and then I took my Mod Podge here, and I am just going to give the whole pizza pan a good coating front and back. So once I got done adding the Mod Podge on the front, I let it dry, and then I turned it over and did the back. And this is to help, again, protect that paint because it's metal. It will want to chip off easily, and it's just kind of another extra layer of protection to keep that paint from chipping. So after that was all done, I took these wood slices, and I'm taking my Fix-All glue from Dollar Tree. You can use super glue or any kind of multi-purpose glue. And I am just going around and putting it on the edge of the pizza pan and adding my wood slices to it. I have the cap for my glue sitting on the one that I started with, so I knew which one I started with. Anyways, once I was done, I took some more, and I am adding a couple to the top, and I didn't do it all the way around. I just kind of skipped a seam, if you will, and then on the next seam I added a wood slice, and then skipped a seam, and so forth. After that, I let it sit for a little while I went and got our food in the crock pot and did some other things in the kitchen. Then I came back, and I'm using these Cedar little picks that I got from Amazon as well. I will also put those in my Amazon store. And then these are a little bit smaller. They came from that pick from Hobby Lobby. And then I am going to add some pine cones. Now these pine cones also came from a package of stuff that I got this summer for Christmas in July. And so I loved these pine cones with the little snowy details, so I decided to add those. And then these came from a mini wreath or candle ring from Hobby Lobby. These are little cedar branches or picks that I pulled off, and I'm just kind of filling in my little area here with those little pieces. I just kind of play around with it and added some just to kind of add some fullness there. And I just kept adding that until I liked what I saw. Now I went back and forth on adding a bow to it. There was a few things that I thought about doing to it, but I just decided, you know what, I think this is going to be good. Now I know with Woodland, you really don't see much red. It's really mainly neutral colors, but I had to add a little bit of red to that. So I added some berries. Then I took some jute rope from Dollar Tree, cut it down and glued it to the back for a hanger, and there it is. I really love how this came out. I love that those wood slices there. I just think it is so cool. You have to let me know what you think about this one in the comment box below. Okay, today is a Woodland holiday collab, and we have some very talented people in this collab. We have Ray with One Way Designs 238, Nadia with DIY with Nadia, Jenny with Lovely Moments Creating, Barbara with Country Lily DIY Decor, and Adia with DIY with Adia, and myself. So make sure you check out those wonderful ladies, just ladies, but Ray as well, and the playlist. I have links to all of them in my description box below. Okay, here's DIY number 2. I'm going to use this cedar pick. This is the one that came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use some of this beautiful ribbon I got from Walmart. And then I'm going to use these bells. These, in July, you guys, all my Christmas stuff was packed up. So I ordered those in July from Amazon as well. And then that Star Wreath form from Dollar Tree. I'm going to start off by hot gluing the ribbon to itself, wrapping it around my star. And then I'm just going to start wrapping. Now, this is pretty easy. It went pretty well. By the way, I got almost about 3/4 of the way done and ran out of ribbon, so I had to run to Walmart and get more. So if you want to recreate this, you will need probably more around 18 to 20 feet, because this was 15 feet. But I'm just going to wrap. Now, when I kind of come around the corners and I try to wrap like you see here, it just wasn't looking right. So I'm looking at that, and I decided to just tuck that little piece in by hot gluing it, just like you see me doing right there. And then I just continue to wrap. And then any time that I felt like it wasn't going to connect, because I wanted them to overlap. So like right there, it was just slipping off of the ribbon. I just added a little dab of hot glue, and then that way I could continue wrapping and making sure that that whole frame was covered. And I did kind of try to pull a little tight so that it gave a nice tight look. Now, if you recreate this, you could always paint your wreath form a different color if you're worried about it's, you know, the black being seen through. But our weather has changed, and it was very rainy out and kind of cold, and not really cold, but cooler, and I really didn't want to go out, so I did not spray paint this. So but as you can see, I'm getting ready around the corners. The corners are usually where I had to add the hot glue. Everywhere else I usually didn't have to. So really, I didn't have to add very much hot glue. It was just, like I said, mainly around the corners to get everything to stay in place. And yeah, like you're going to see right there. And then after I have this all done, I'm going to take some more of that ribbon, and I'm just going to make a cute little bow by doing the awareness ribbon and scrunching it up in the middle. I had some little gold cord next to me, so I'm going to use that to tie around my bow, and I'm going to just make a knot to hold it in place, and then just trim off the excess of that cord there. And after that, I'm going to also dovetail the ends of my bow by folding in half and then cutting at an angle. Make sure you don't cut your finger. I've done that before. And then I'm going to set that aside, because I'm going to grab this really long jute cord or string. I don't know why I grabbed such a long one, but I just added some tape around the end so that I could run it through the back of those bells. And it just did not want to come through, so I had to use my little pliers there. But I just ran it through, and then I was trying to decide, how am I going to do this? So I decided to tie a knot on the very end of that, and then I trimmed off the excess. And then I'm going to use the other end, and of course you want to make sure that the knot is big enough that your bell doesn't come through it. And then I'm going to tie I'm going to put more tape around the end of that jute string, and then I'm going to run it through the other bell. And this one went through much easier than the other one. Must have had too much tape on the other one. And anyways, I'm just going to sit here and kind of decide on the length that I want this to be. I wanted it to hang down kind of to about the middle of my star here, and then I'm gonna tie a knot. I was afraid that if I cut the jute string before I tied the knot that I would lose that spot, so I just went ahead and worked with that really long piece there, tied my knot, and then I just trimmed off that excess. And then I am going to hot glue that to the front of my star. Now you could always hot glue it to the back, but I knew I was going to be adding some stuff over that. So then I'm taking some of the cedar from that cedar pick, and I'm just going to hot glue it right over where I glued the jute string with the bells. And then I'm going to put my bow right over that. You could add more greenery to this if you wanted to make something like this. You could, do a lot of other things. This is just what I did. So here I just tied a little, took some string and tied a knot on it to make a hanger. Just going to glue that into the back, and that's all there was for this. Super easy, but I just think it is so pretty. I love that ribbon. I just think that ribbon is gorgeous. Anyways, you have to let me know what you think about this one as well. Okay, I always like to take this moment to thank all my subscribers. Because of you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today on this channel, and I appreciate you so much. And if you're new here and enjoyed today's video, I would invite you to join our YouTube family by hitting that subscribe button, and then make sure you guys made that thumbs up, comment, watch those ads, all that fun stuff. That really does help me. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find the links to those accounts in my description box below. Okay, and forgot. Time for a celebration of your recreation, but I don't have anything to share. So if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to showcase for you, you can send me pictures to my email address that's listed there, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. I would love to showcase them for you. Okay, here's DIY number 3 and 4. Did this all kind of as one. So I am going to use my Waverly Antique Wax as well as my ink by Waverly. These two deer I got last year from the Dollar Tree Plus. They were $5 each, and I never got around to using them, so I knew I wanted to use them for this challenge. Then I'm going to use this little tray I got from Dollar Tree. Normally it's, I believe, $5, but they were getting rid of them at the Dollar Tree I had, and they had marked it down to $1.25, which I thought was a great find. So I used my antique wax on that tray. I just brushed it on and then wiped off the excess, and then I painted those deer with the black. Now again, if you have nice weather, I would recommend going out and spray painting it. So once they were all dry, I took some of these little greenery picks. This is from Hobby Lobby, but you can use the ones from Dollar Tree. You just might have to give them a haircut. And I'm going to make a couple little just wreaths that go around the deer's necks. Now I thought about adding some like berries or pip berries or something with this, but I didn't. But you could always do that too if you wanted to. It's all about, your preference and what makes you happy. After that, you could even add like a little poinsettia on it. That would be really cute too. Yeah. In fact, I had some white poinsettias. That would be really cute. Anyways, okay. So once I had both of these on there, I forgot what I did. I'm going to do something here. What am I going to do? Oh yeah. I went ahead and grabbed my tray, and I'm adding my deer to it. I'm going to set it aside because I'm like, okay, I want this to be like a centerpiece, but I want to dress it up. So what else can I add? So I found this. This was like a can of chicken. The can was in my stash, so I painted it black. I took these wood pieces. These I get from Hobby Lobby, and I am going to use some of my Fix-All glue as well as hot glue. I'm going to put the Fix-All glue on every other piece there, and then the hot glue on the ones that I did not add the Fix-All glue. And then I'm going to wrap that around my can that I had painted black. Just like that. Look how cute that is. But I wanted to kind of give it more of a finished look in case you're looking inside. And so I'm just going to take some of this twine, and I'm just going to hot glue it inside the little, the little lip on the cans where the lid goes. Well, that's where I'm hot gluing this. Now, this is just optional. You don't have to do that, but I just wanted to have that more finished look. Then I took some of these, again, these came off of a a candle ring or a mini wreath, whatever you want to call it, from Hobby Lobby. I just pulled them off, and I'm gluing them all around this. This is not a real candle, but it's an LED candle, but I could kind of tell as I was gluing them on that they weren't really wanting to stay. Some of them were kind of starting to move. So I thought, okay, I'm going to grab some twine here, and I'm just going to wrap it around. As you can see, that one moved. I'm going to wrap it around and just kind of make sure that I have the little stems of that under that twine, and then hold that in place. And so this would be really cute. Like if you wanted to wrap it a few times and just tie a bow, that would be really cute as well. But I decided I was going to use that ribbon instead. So after I had them all and I made sure they were all under the twine, I'm going to cut the excess off, and then I took some ribbon and I went around that. Now this was really not necessary because you're really not going to see that ribbon once I put it in my little candle holder. It goes down enough in there that you're not going to see it, but that's okay because you'll see what I do in a few minutes. But it's still pretty. If in case I ever wanted to take it out, it would still look really pretty. I'm going to take some of these pine cones. Now I also got these from Amazon, but I know Hobby Lobby has these. These are just some really small ones, and I was looking for some small ones. All of them I could find were a little bit bigger, but I'm just going to hot glue them all around my sticks here. Now I started off by just putting them one pine cone on each stick, but there was too many gaps. So I decided to take some that were a little smaller and went in between. So if you were to recreate something like this, and if you were to do it just like this, I would recommend just going all the way around it, because there was a few areas where I couldn't get one small enough to fit through. So then I took one of these cloths, these car cleaning cloths, and I am going to use this in my tray. Now, I'm just going to lay this in my tray and to kind of give it a snowy effect. Now you could do all kinds of things. If you don't have one of these, you could use like the fake snow, just put it in there. I am not going to glue this in or anything. I don't want this to be permanent because I want to be able to use that tray for other seasons. So that's why I'm not gluing anything in, but I am just going to add the deer in there. And I'm going to add my little candle holder and candle. And then, you know, I know it was looking a little plain, so I took some of these trees. These are beautiful trees that I just found at Dollar Tree. And I added one on each corner, well, not each corner, the top corner and the bottom corner there. And then I'm going to take some more of those little small cedar picks off the candle ring, and I'm just going to kind of fill them in where I can. I didn't have very many left. And then I'm going to take some of those longer cedar picks that I got from Amazon, and I just start going around and filling it in areas where I thought it looked nice. Now, another idea you could have done, which I thought about doing, was take some floral foam and stick it underneath the deer, and then like if you had a nice bigger size piece where the deer sat on top of it, and then just fill that up with any kind of greenery picks. That would have been really pretty, and pine cones and stuff. I didn't really have, I need to get some more floral foam. And yeah, so I decided to just do it this way. But that's also an option if you wanted to make something like this. But I just love how this came out. It's got a lot of, you know, it's got that greenery over the white, so it looks like you got a little bit of snow in there, plus the Christmas greenery. I love how this came out, and you'll have to let me know what you think about it. But there is the final reveal of it. I love that candle holder. You guys, I'm not really into Woodland stuff, and I wasn't sure about this collaboration, but I knew it would challenge me. And I really, really love how these all came out, especially that candle holder. I was so proud of myself. I thought it was so pretty. But anyways, here are the deer as well. I love them. Just, it's amazing what a little bit of paint will do, because I think they look so much more high-end with that black than they did before. Here is the final reveal, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a little bit different than what I normally do, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. So make sure you check out everyone in the playlist and subscribe to them if you haven't already. They are all some really amazing creators. And then make sure you check out the playlist to see what else everybody else comes up with. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited for this. And with all that, you guys, I will be back again I'm not going to have one on my normal Monday just because these two last videos are back to back, but I will be back on Wednesday, the 1st of November already. I can't believe it. So make sure you guys have those notification bells set. And with all that being said, you guys have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.